Hello, and welcome back to Let's Get Quizzical here at Raw 12:51 AM, the only and best quiz show on this station.
That's right, man.
It is indeed. I am, as of last week, I am still Thomas Hart, your somewhat beloved host, who is losing his train of thought. So I will, in the dulcet Midlands tones you just heard, were of my lovely co-host Matthew Bliss. How are you, sir?
Back again, back on time.
Indeed.
Which I was last week. No one can dispute that.
And sitting across from us, we have our two lovely contestants. So, on the left, we have contestant number 1, Jenna. Can you introduce yourself? University Challenge style.
Yeah. Hiya, I'm Jenna Carolan, and I'm currently president of Quiz Society.
And what subject do you do?
Applied linguistics.
And to her left is our contestant, James.
Hi, I'm James Lewis. I'm the current social secretary of Quizzical, and I'm studying history and sociology.
Very good, welcome. So, yeah, episode 2 of the current run of Let's Get Quizzical. So we're going, last week we heard Robert, what is his job? Competitions convener, that's it. Of Quizzical, who is currently sitting on my right. Because he's in the studio for some reason. He comprehensively beat the quiz secretary Oscar Siddle, and now let's see if his girlfriend Jenna can do the same to the social secretary. But who knows? Stranger things have happened on Let's Get Quizzical before. Like I have actually This is not going well, is it?
It's going great.
Competence. That is what we bring to this radio station. Competence. So we're going to move straight into round 1, nice and simple. 5 questions each, 1 point each. And we like to keep it themed and on topics of stuff that's been going on in the past few days. And given that the entire campus seemed to go completely mad for Eurovision on Saturday, that's our theme. So it's nice and simple. We've got I've got a list of 10 Eurovision winning acts in front of me. I'm going to give you the act. You just need to name the country they represented when they won Eurovision. Nice and simple.
Hell yeah.
So Jenna, you're up first. Very easy one here. ABBA.
Okay. You may have overestimated me. I think it's Sweden, though.
It is indeed.
Yes. Look to me for confirmation that ABBA are from Sweden. Yes.
I'm
You do
kind
look
of
Swedish.
bad on the standard country.
You look Swedish.
I've been told this at various Depop men. I've spoken to them in an English accent and people have been like, so are you from Denmark or something?
For those of you who don't have video, none of you have video.
No,
You don't
this
know
is
what that
radio.
looks like. He is very Nordic in appearance, I will say.
He looks like a
Blonde.
Flowing
Blonde is the word you're looking for.
If Sandy Toksvig had a beard and was tall, is my vibe of Matt?
Yeah.
Grandma Wheels bike is coming to mind, but
Okay. This is a disaster and we haven't even got done to the second question. James.
Yeah.
Bucks Fizz.
England or the UK.
Yep. Enough. UK. Jenna. Maneskin.
Italy.
Correct. James. Kalush Orchestra.
Kalush Orchestra. Sounds Eastern European, so I'm going to say Bulgaria.
Can I steal for a point?
No, you can't steal. That's how the show works. You can show off if you want.
It should be Ukraine, right?
Yeah, they're the ones who won last year.
Ah.
I mean, you were out of Eastern Europe, just wrong Eastern European country.
Yeah.
Jenna. Duncan Lawrence.
Oh no. I'll hedge my bets and say Ireland.
No, it's incorrect. That's the Netherlands. He won 2019, I think. There's the song Arcade, which apparently, according to my very brief Googling beforehand, is the most streamed Eurovision song ever.
oh.
I mean, I've never heard it, but I'm completely ignorant on matters of popular music, so there you go. James.
Hi.
Conchita Wurst.
Conchita Wurst. Conchita. It sounds Iberian. Let's go Spain.
You were thinking about the wrong part of that there. Wurst. It's Austria.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the famous drag queen who won in, I think, 2014?
Something like that.
I mean, I remember it being a thing when I was younger. I was going to say little, but wasn't really little.
You've
I'm not
always been
that young.
little.
Yes, back when I was in my mid-40s.
Oh.
Jenna, Celine Dion.
Belgium.
Nope. That is Switzerland.
Despite being Canadian, she represented Switzerland in Eurovision for some reason.
Aye.
Alexander Rybak.
Ryback. Ryback. How do you spell that? Or is that against
Rybak.
Ryback. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll just go Netherlands. It's not going to be.
No, that was Norway. He was the fellow with the violin back in 2009.
There have been several fellas with violins.
Can you tell I've never watched Eurovision?
Yes.
Yeah.
Finally, Jenna. Johnny Logan.
Ireland.
Well sussed out.
Yes.
Correct.
He was the Irish one.
Yes.
I think it's because, well, up until this weekend, he was the only person to win Eurovision twice. Obviously now Loreen has won it twice now. And finally, Lordi.
Let's go Belgium since the other one was in Belgium.
Nope.
Lordy, it's Finland.
Yeah, they were the weirdos with the...
Yeah, they were the Gwa tribute act with the, like, rubber masks and stuff.
I was thinking it was just the proper way to pronounce, like, Lord, that singer.
No.
The one
That
from
is New Zealand.
I was thinking that she wasn't from Europe, but I was
But then
thinking...
again, Australia are in it, so
Oh,
what do we know?
so
Weirdness.
nothing makes sense. Excellent.
Well, at the end of round one, Jenna's opened up a slight lead. She has 4 points, and James has one. Now on to the most awkward part of the show. Thomas Hart reading out whatever random pop music has been placed on the playlist that he has to play. And today, I've just gone for a name that I recognise. So this is Daft Punk with Horizon Overture. Hello, and welcome back to Let's Get Quizzical. Robert seems to be enjoying himself, but eating popcorn during the break.
Very radio-friendly snack, that.
Thank you, Rob. Indeed. And now we're moving on to round two. And in this round, we are, as you will know if you listened before, me and Matt have got a series of categories in front of us. We will give our lovely contestants the category, and then they will have to name items they think are in the category. So, for example, last week we had Champions League winning football clubs. So, Real Madrid, Barcelona, so on and so forth. And then they go back and forth in doing that. The round will end when one player thinks that their opponent has named something that isn't in the category. So, say, continuing our example, if they said Wrexham, because Wrexham have not won the Champions League, although, with the amount of American money flowing in, they probably will in a few years.
Not going to happen. They're not going to make it.
But when that happens, the category stops, and then we check to see if they are correct. If the person has the thing named was not in the category, the person who challenged gets 5 points. If it was in the category, however, if they'd said Bayern Munich and it had been challenged, then the person who named the thing will get 5 points. So we'll play 3 or 5 rounds of that, depending on how much time we have. And 5 points for the winner of the round. Also, to incentivise a bit of risk-taking, every time you get an incorrect answer past your opponent, you get a bonus point. Robert was very good at that last week, I will say.
Very good at lying. That's what you are.
Indeed so. Matthew, our first category.
Our first category is inductees into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland, Ohio.
A simple category. Any act or artist that has been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Specifically, if an artist was inducted as a part of a band name the band, we won't accept the artist, unless, of course, they were nominated in their own right, which indeed some have.
And just to tell you now, there are 365 of these. So
this one could go for a while, but
yes.
Who knows? Chris, as you're losing, you can go first.
Chris?
James.
I'm James.
James, yes.
Eminem.
I know who the freshest in the society are. So
Eminem.
Queen.
Chuck Berry.
Cream.
The Beatles.
Eric Clapton.
Paul McCartney.
Wings.
The Isley Brothers.
Jesus. Black Sabbath.
Madonna.
Dolly Parton.
The Eurythmics.
Iron Maiden.
Rolling Stones.
George Michael.
Dylan. Bob Dylan, to be specific.
Kiss.
The Travelling Wilburys.
Yeah, I'm gonna call that one.
Boy, I hope you were keeping track of how many wrong answers were being gotten past there.
I wasn't.
Quite a few.
I mean, I only managed to grab one because you were going quite quickly. So, I mean, I picked up on one more answer that got passed.
Was George Michael, after I answered too quickly in that one.
Yeah.
Okay, two wrong answers that got passed.
I think he's nominated. I don't think he's in.
Because the Isley Brothers, whoever they are,
No.
weren't. You might be thinking of the Everly Brothers.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Everly Brothers were. The Isley Brothers weren't, but that's still a point for you.
Wings also were not in.
Who said Wings?
That was me, I think.
Yeah.
I would doubt it if Maiden were. Iron Maiden are in, never mind.
I think it's Black Sabbath that haven't made
If the Travelling Wilburys aren't in, they should be, goddammit.
Sabbath are in.
Oh.
The Wilburys.
Competence. That's what we bring.
Travelling Wilburys are not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
What?
That is,
Such a stacked group.
that does genuinely surprise me, actually.
Just,
All of its members individually
yeah,
are
I
in.
should have just listed the members.
Yeah.
Goddammit.
But
Oh, that's really
Jenna
annoying.
gets the 5 points.
I spent time just reading that list on Wikipedia as well. Oh,
Why?
fun.
Fair. Okay, so 5 points to Jenna, and we move on to our next category, which, Matthew, what is it?
Your next category is any leader of the Labour Party, the Conservative Party, or the Lib Dems, and for this we will include the Liberals. You can name SDP leaders, but if you do, you're a nerd.
SDP, not SNP, got it.
Not SNP, no.
Yeah.
Those were not the letters I said.
Yeah.
So yeah, who's going first on this one?
I think we'll give first on this one to... who gave it? You said Travelling Wilburys, right, James?
Yes.
Yes, so that means Gemma will go first
So
on
just
this one. And can you be slightly slower?
Yeah,
Any
any
leader.
leader.
I was worried there was a time limit. There shouldn't have been.
Oh, we need to be able to... Although, in fairness, this one you can probably be slightly quicker.
I'm making a note. I'm making a note of the answers.
But anyway, Jenna, that's good.
John Major.
Boris Johnson.
David Cameron.
Keir Starmer.
Jeremy Corbyn.
Theresa May.
H.H. Asquith.
Rishi Sunak.
Liz Truss.
Ed Miliband.
Gordon Brown.
Joe Swinson.
Tim Farron.
Ed Davey.
Margaret Thatcher.
Tony Blair.
Harold Macmillan.
Gordon Brown.
That's been said already.
Has it?
Yeah.
Does that mean I lose instantly?
No, just
I
give a
think
different
it
one.
should mean he loses.
No.
No, it means you just need to give a different.
David Lloyd George then.
Bonar Law.
Winston Churchill.
Stanley Baldwin.
Neville Chamberlain.
Ted Heath.
Disraeli.
Disraeli. I'm going to call it there. I don't know whether those political parties were old enough for Disraeli.
And the call is wrong.
Oh.
I mean, the Tory party is very much old enough for Disraeli. 1834, the Tory party was founded, so well before Disraeli.
Jesus. That's
So, yeah, that's 5 points for James there. Very well done. Category the third, Matthew.
Third one is games in the Zelda series.
Then specifically, we want games, any of the 20 games in the main series. We're not counting spin-offs.
Try and do them in chronological order then.
Okay, so
good for
first
you.
off will be James again. Oh, sorry, Jenna. I know what I'm doing.
Okay.
Use competence.
I'll start obvious. Tears of the Kingdom.
Skyward Sword.
Ocarina of Time.
Wind Waker.
Twilight Princess.
Majora's Mask.
Breath of the Wild.
Link to the Past.
Link to the Future.
I'm calling that one.
I don't play much Zelda.
Yeah, you'll be shocked to learn that Link to the Future is not
That's so tragic.
not one of the or even a spin-off,
No.
or even real.
Martin McFly helps to stalk Ellen.
Yeah.
As with the previous category, what answers given were correct.
Yes.
Yeah. And mildly surprised none of you went for the obvious, just The Legend of Zelda, this game in the series. But, well, we're
Some
going through
hourglass.
these at quite a reasonable pace, so we're going to do the fourth one.
Okay.
Books of the Old Testament.
Right.
So,
Wait, which Bible are you using for this?
just the standard Protestant version of the Old Testament.
Which
Still
Protestant?
Protestant.
Protestant churches use the same one.
Okay.
I don't know, KJV.
Okay.
That's what we'll go for.
This is not a nerd-friendly show.
Got it.
Yeah, we're not.
I'm a bit worried by James's
Yeah, we're not counting the Apocrypha
enthusiasm.
here.
I hope we do well on
This
this.
is
Ari was
This
one
is a
way.
Church of England funded show,
Yeah.
by which I mean I'm going to have dinner at my church after this.
Synod approved.
Indeed.
Right. Books of the Old Testament. Who's going first on this?
Who gave? I really should be keeping track of who gave the most recent answer, because that's who goes
Possibly.
I gave Link to the Future.
first. Oh, yes.
Okay.
An excellent answer it
I'm
was.
glad you forgot that, even temporarily.
So I mean, I go
Yep.
first?
Go.
Genesis.
Exodus.
Numbers.
Deuteronomy.
Leviticus.
Joshua.
Judges.
Kings 1.
Hosea.
Ruth.
Amos.
Isaiah.
Zephaniah.
Psalms.
Daniel.
Kings 2.
Proverbs. I was trying to work out what the MP one was.
Sam 1. Or Samuel 1.
Okay.
How informal. Sam.
Ezekiel.
Sam 2.
I really should have just gone with Sam too, shouldn't I? Joseph.
This is where I need to start making up names now. Jonah.
James looking in thought there.
Job.
See, I can't call that because I'm pretty sure that's right. Which prophets have we had yet? Most of them. I don't have anything, sorry.
Well, makes sense.
Oh,
Seemingly
okay.
a random Hebrew name. It could be right. There's a lot of
random
minor
Hebrew
prophets.
name, yeah. Psalm.
Call.
Yeah.
Better Call Saul.
Oh, I knew you were going to make that
dear.
joke.
That's awful. First
Jonah
of all,
isn't one, is it?
no, Jonah is.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm glad. I didn't tell
Joseph
him.
isn't, though.
Yeah, I didn't.
There
think
isn't a book of Joseph. I mean, Joseph is a figure in the Old Testament, obviously, but his narrative is found in Genesis, so that's a bonus point to James there. But there isn't a book of Saul. He's a figure from the Old Testament, but he just shows up in the book of Samuel. So that's another 5 points to James.
Isn't Saul also what St. Paul used to be?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, he is. But obviously, New Testament. So,
I was thinking of Old Testament, so.
do you think we've got time? Yeah. I think we're probably going to call it there for this round, just because we don't think we've got time for a fifth. So the gap has very much flipped. Jenna is now on 6 points, but Jenna is not on 6 points. I'm looking at the wrong part of the spreadsheet. Jenna is on 10 points,
Slightly
but
better.
James has gone into a lead with 19. And now we're going to move into our next musical break. Again, I'm just picking names which I think I recognise. So this is someone called Kiki Palmer with Right Now. Hello, welcome back to Let's Get Quizzical, Raw 12:51 AM's only and therefore best quiz show. As we left you before the break, Jenna is on 18 points. Is on 10 points.
No, I'm on 18. Don't worry, Thomas.
And James, I was about to
There
say
you go.
Chris, but James. I am learning people's names. Is on 19 points as we go into round 3. Now, round 3 is an individual round. We've got 2 themed sets of questions here with somewhat cryptic titles, both written by my beloved co-host Matthew this week. And well, James, as you're in first, you can hit both titles. Each is just a set 10 questions, 3 points for correct answer each one, or the same theme. And today, these categories are: the lights are going out all over Europe, but the grills are popping off all over America.
That's right, baby.
Those are our categories. Which, James, you're in the lead, you get the right to pick, James. Which one do you want?
The grills are popping off all over America, please, Thomas.
There. Matt?
Sure.
You wrote it, you can have.
These are, you'll be shocked to learn, all questions that the question or the answer contains the name of a US state, or sometimes the answer just is a US state.
Okay.
So, question 1. In the 1983 film Scarface, what is the surname of the lead character Tony, played by Al Pacino?
Montana.
Correct. Question 2. A famous 1851 painting by Emanuel Lutzer? Emanuel Lautzer?
Lutzer, I think.
Sure. Emanuel German is titled for and depicts George Washington crossing which river, which shares its name with a US state?
The Delaware.
Correct. Question 3. Oh, my chair's deflating again. Oh. Budget cuts have hit us hard here. Question 3. You have died of dysentery. This line greets players frequently in which educational survival strategy game from 1985, where players lead a wagon across the continental US in 1848?
The Oregon Trail.
That is correct. Incredible things are happening in Germany, but this dish is not one of them. Consisting of a slice of toast topped with melted cheese, ham, pineapple and a cocktail cherry, it is named for which US state?
Louisiana.
No, this is Toast Hawaii.
Oh, the pineapple, I guess.
The pineapple,
Yeah.
that was the clue there. Do not Google an image of Toast Hawaii. It's, it's up there. Under no circumstances, let them cook.
Okay.
Sticking with Germany, Americans seemingly had trouble with pronouncing the word Deutsch, meaning that German-speaking settlers and their descendants in which state are referred to as this state Dutch.
Let's go South Dakota.
Nope, this is Pennsylvania Dutch,
Oh.
which some of them can still speak. Nice easy one. Give the name of the river that flows through the Grand Canyon.
Colorado.
Correct. This is my favourite question.
Okay.
Professional wrestlers from this state can sometimes confuse Japanese crowds when they say where they're from, as it is an exact homophone of the colloquial Japanese term for good morning. What state is it? You want to think of a... What's your thought process here? Walk us through it.
I mean, my first thought was, do I know the Japanese word for good morning? And then the only thing I could think of was the Chinese word for hello.
What is the Chinese word for hello?
I hope it's ni hao and I haven't just messed that up.
Sure.
Okay,
We
now I'm
don't know.
thinking of things that sound like that, so... let's go Iowa.
Nope. This is... anyone else want to guess who hasn't looked at the answers?
Oh, yeah, I know. Because I've got the answers in front of me.
Well done, Thomas.
I know. Go. Number one way to win a quiz: have the
No.
answers in front of you.
This is
Question.
Ohio.
Ah!
So this has happened multiple times where wrestlers, particularly John Moxley, has come out in front of a Japanese crowd and said the word Ohio, and then the crowd says back, Ohio, and then waves back at him. Because they think that he's saying good morning.
I got the I and the O sound, I'm claiming that.
Question 8. The serial killer, the Minnesota Shrike, was the main antagonist of the first season of which TV series, starring Hugh Dancy as Will Graham and Mads Mikkelsen as the title psychiatrist?
Oh. Yeah, okay. Okay. Title psychiatrist. Okay. I don't think the guy in The Mentalist was Mads Mikkelsen.
That you're correct in that assessment. I'll tell you that now.
Wait, so this answer doesn't have a state in it? It was the state was in the
The
question.
state was in the question.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe it could be Virginia Smith, psychiatrist extraordinaire.
Not many people know this, but Columbo's first name was actually Kentucky.
Wait, Columbo is a psychiatrist?
No, he's not.
I was about to say, I thought you was a...
I've not watched much television from after the 70s.
Bates Motel.
No, this is Hannibal.
Yes! Oh. God damn it.
Question 9, bit highbrow.
God.
The artist Georgia O'Keeffe might have a state in her name, but that's far too easy. In 1929, she moved to Taos, an art colony in which southwestern US state? For those of you listening in, James is currently
Trying to work out where
indicating where southwest is with his finger.
Yeah.
He's doing quite well.
He is.
Okay. Taos, you say?
Yes.
I'm gonna say
Taos.
Yes.
Taos. Oh, okay. It's a toss-up between two in my head.
Well, the two you're tossing up between.
New Mexico and Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go New Mexico.
3 points.
Oh, that sounded like Spanishing.
And now, way back down. Maryland is a popular brand of which snack food?
Is the answer chocolate chip cookies?
It is chocolate chip cookies. We would have just accepted cookies, but you went the extra mile for no extra points.
And that's 6 out of 10 for a score of 18 points. Well done, James.
Woo.
That was a grand.
Now, Jenna, you get a question on the lights are going out all over Europe. Which is basically, I mean, you wrote them, so
All right.
yeah. Same thing, but
Same thing, but with Eurovision countries. Important to clarify, these are Eurovision countries.
not
So-
necessarily European.
Yes. So, question 1. What nationality completes this North London tube station on the Jubilee line? Blank Cottage.
Why would you do this to me, Matthew?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, this one should have been in last week, I think.
Yeah,
Noted
probably.
Tube aficionado Oscar Siddle.
Yeah. The tube will get out to Stourport one day.
That'll be the day I leave. Okay, so a nationality is
Yes.
before cottage. I've got nothing, so I'm gonna go for Dutch.
Nope, this is Swiss cottage.
Okay.
Which man returned from exile in Switzerland to St. Petersburg's Finland station in 1917?
Yeah, that should be Lenin.
It is Lenin. Question 3. How I Could Just Kill a Man and Insane in the Brain were hits for which rap group in the 90s, named after a street in Southgate, California?
Named after a street at Southgate, California. Haven't said a country yet, so country is probably in the answer.
That is correct.
Yes. It's taking liberties, but I'm going to say Mulholland Drive.
No. I mean, admittedly, I've taken liberties with this answer. Like, it's Cypress Hill, but Cypress spelt cypress, like the tree. Question 4. King Tiridates III of which country made Christianity the state religion in 301 CE, making it the first officially Christian state?
Letting down my school yet again. I'm going to take a stab, and it's going to sound bad if it's wrong, but Armenia?
That is correct.
Robert just punched the air.
5. Which British supermarket chain was founded in 1970 in Oswestry, Shropshire by Malcolm Walker? Remember, Eurovision countries.
Yes, I'm running through all the supermarket chains that have countries in them. Iceland.
That is correct. Primož Roglic and Tadej Pogačar are top cyclists from which country?
Can you say the names again, please?
Pogačar.
Sorry, Thomas, expert cycling commentator.
Indeed.
Please say the names properly.
Primož Roglic and Tadej Pogačar.
There we go.
It's a question I have written in a Quizzical pub quiz before.
Was it before my time, or...?
No.
Oh, sorry then. I'm going to get this wrong. I'll say Hungary.
Nope, they are both Slovenian. Roglic is a fascinating guy because he's like ancient in I mean, compared to Pogačar, he's...
Yeah, because Pogačar's like... Well, younger than you.
Yeah, he did.
Let's not say.
Roglic was originally like a slope. He was a ski jumper, and then he had an injury, and then decided that it was too hard to be a top level ski jumper, and decided, I know what will be easy: road cycling.
Yeah, and he's been very good at that. He's won.
Yeah.
The Vuelta a couple of times, I think.
Yeah, he's won it 3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost won the Tour de France.
Crazy bit of business.
Pogačar took it from him on the last day.
Yeah.
Great.
Question 7. Which 2019 Martin Scorsese film was nominated for 10 Academy Awards, including Best Supporting Actor nods for Al Pacino and Joe Pesci, but won none of them?
The Irishman.
That is correct. Which ship, named for a Eurovision country, sunk in the Baltic Sea in 1994, killing 852 people, making it the deadliest peacetime maritime disaster in European history?
Oh. We're back to questions I don't know, so I'm going to think of a country. I'm going to say another bad answer. The Flying Scotsman.
No, this is the MS Estonia.
Okay.
Question 9. What nationality was the titular Falcon in Dashiell Hammett's 1930 novel?
Maltese.
That is correct. And your final question. The wife of King James I of England was known as Anne of what country?
James I. He was Scottish.
Here's a hint. It's not Australia.
No. Or Green Gables.
I was honestly thinking of that.
I'm gonna guess Denmark.
That is correct. For how many?
6 out of 6 again. So,
Ooh.
no, not 6 out of 6, 6 out of 10 even.
Yeah.
I know what I'm doing. So at the end of round 3, the gap is the same. James has 37, Jenna a bit behind on 28. And as we continue on my quest to find artists who I recognise, I've completely failed with the C list. So here is someone called YKB with a song called Complete Riddim. Enjoy, I guess. Welcome back to Let's Get Quizzical on Roll 12:51 AM. As we left you, Jenna has 28 points and James has 37 as we go into round 4. Now, the way round 4 works, I've got a series of quick-fire general knowledge questions in front of me, each with a category and a difficulty rating. Either 1 point for an easy question, 3 points for a medium question, 5 points for a hard question. At any point, a player will have control and they will hear the category and the difficulty and have the option to either play or pass. They play, they answer the question, they pass, the other player will answer it. If the player answering the question gets the question correct, their opponent loses the corresponding amount of points and they get control for the next question. If they get it incorrect, however, they will lose the points and the other player will get control. Jenna, as you're behind, you can start off with control. And question 1 is a film question, and it's worth 1 point.
I'll take it.
Set to be released in June, The Dial of Destiny is the 5th entry in what iconic action-adventure series?
Indiana Jones.
Correct. James. Art 5.
Jesus.
No, not James, even Jenna.
Oh.
Because Jenna still has control. Like, I invented these rule set, I should know how it works.
I think I'll let James answer this one.
Oh, James, here's your hard art question. Who painted The Oath of the Horatii?
No idea. Let's go with Vermeer.
No, it was David. Jacques-Louis David. So, Jenna keeps control. Sport, 3 points.
I'm not great at sport, but I don't think that James is, Gary Lineker or anything. I'll let James take it.
Spitting image of it. Let's hear it.
How is your cricket knowledge, James?
I know the positions.
Which Barbados-born fast bowler was recently ruled out of the England Ashes squad with an elbow fracture?
Tucson.
Nope, it was Jofra Archer. So, Jenna? Classical music, 3 points.
Say these with general knowledge.
Yeah.
General knowledge to Thomas.
Okay.
Archer is a famous cricket player.
Alright.
That's a valid question.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass this as well to James.
What country was the composer Jean Sibelius from?
I'm gonna go with France.
And you would be wrong.
Oh,
He was Finnish.
really?
Yeah. Finland, Robert's favourite country. He's making weird faces in the background. Even weirder than his normal face, but moving on. Jenna, you still have control. Literature, 1.
I'll take that.
Who wrote The Brothers Karamazov and Crime and Punishment?
Dostoevsky.
Correct. Politics, 3.
I'll take it.
Who resigned as the leader of Plaid Cymru last week?
Adam someone, I think. Adam Price?
Correct. And I've just scrolled up in the document, so... Geography, 5 points.
I'll let James take that one.
Yeah, that's how I anticipated that. What is the name for a ridge formed between 2 parallel glacial valleys? It is the French word for edge.
Plateau.
Nope, that's an arête, apparently. Plateaus are very famously flat. Jenna, History, 5 points. James is a history student.
Yeah, James is a history student, which is what I'm tossing up. But history is also quite big.
She's got a point. She's got a point.
Yeah.
True and accurate statement. Things you learn while listening to quiz shows. History, very big.
Yeah. I'll take it.
Which Austrian statesman was known as the coachman of Europe?
I regret taking it. Schmidt.
Would you have known it, James?
Oh, God, no.
And that is Clemens von Metternich. So Jenna loses 5 points and control switches to James. He has 16 points. Jenna has 23.
Okay.
Classical music, 1.
I'll take it.
The anthem of the European Union, Ode to Joy, is taken from which German composer's Ninth Symphony?
Now I need to remember which one of them was German. Beethoven?
Correct.
Oh, thank God.
Nice.
Television, 1.
Okay, I'll take that one.
Jeremy Brett, Benedict Cumberbatch, and Johnny Lee Miller have all played which fictional detective on television?
Sherlock Holmes.
Correct. Theatre, 3.
I'll take that.
Who wrote The Iceman Cometh?
Shit. Oscar Wilde?
Nope, that was Eugene O'Neill. Control passes back to Jenna. You have 21 points, James has 13. Sport, 1.
I'll take the sport.
Thank you.
What do the letters UFC stand for?
So, UFC.
Yes.
Ultimate Fighting Championship.
Correct. Politics, 3.
I'll take the politics.
Who did Margaret Thatcher successfully challenge for the Conservative Party leadership in 1975?
Oh. I'll guess it's someone I know from around the time and say Heseltine.
No, it was not Michael Heseltine. It was Edward Heath. James.
Aye.
Language, 5. Jenna is a linguistics student.
Trying to think of what a language question could be. I know how to use a semicolon. but I
It'll
don't
have
think
words
that's gonna
in
be
it.
The question. Yeah, sure. Pass it.
The word lusophone describes a speaker of what language?
Lusophone.
Yes.
Oh, I think I do. Is it Portuguese?
It is indeed Portuguese.
And you've gone and done it.
Got a linguistics class. Finally.
Chemistry, 1.
Yeah, I'll take it.
What element has the symbol P?
Phosphorus.
Correct. Literature, 1.
I'll take it.
Who wrote the Iliad and the Odyssey?
Technically Homer, but there's a whole rant I could go on.
Well, Homer is the answer.
Yes.
Geography, 3.
I'll pass that to James.
Name all 3 countries that are on the island of Borneo.
Indonesia.
1.
Borneo. So okay, there's the one that begins with B, but I'll come back to that because I don't want to get it the wrong one. Malaysia.
2.
And
What's the 3rd?
Brunei.
3.
Oh, thank goodness.
Very good.
You have control.
Oh, cool.
You have 15 points. You have 5 points, and Jenna has 15. And the next question is a 5-pointer, so you could potentially lose here.
Love that.
It's a theatre question.
Pass.
Delightful.
So Jenna, if you get this right, you have won. Who is the only historical figure that appears in both Hamilton and 1776?
Oh, come on.
The two great musicals of the American founding. Who's the only person who shows up in both?
Interesting. 1776 does lead me to think it would be an American figure, so not George III. I guess the only one I'm questioning is whether it would be George Washington or Thomas Jefferson. I'm going to... Because the thing is, it's a 5-pointer, and I feel like George Washington would be a bit obvious for that.
Maybe we're just assuming that not a lot of people have seen 1776.
I'm going to guess George Washington.
Doesn't appear in 1776. It's Thomas Jefferson.
No, Thomas. Why did you do this to me?
So, James, you have control. You have 5 points. Jenna has 10. Maths 3.
I'll take it.
Which award, sometimes called the maths equivalent of a Nobel Prize, is only open to mathematicians under the age of 40?
The Rising Star Award for mathematical excellence.
No, that is the Fields Medal. So, James, you're now on 2, and we've got a 5-pointer. And it's politics. Yeah, Jenna has control.
Yes, it is mine, I think.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, yeah, I'll let James answer that.
Thank you.
So, James.
Much appreciated.
In February of this year, Bola Tinubu was declared the winner of which African country's presidential election? He is due to take over from Muhammadu Buhari at the end of this month.
Nigeria?
Correct.
I would have known that.
So now, Jen is on 5, James is on 2, and this is going to be the last question of the show because it's UK geography. James, do you want to play or pass?
Let's go. If I win, it'll be on my own merit. If I lose, it'll be my own fault. I'll take it.
Gravelly Hill Interchange is better known by what name?
The M25.
That is your question.
This is Spaghetti Junction.
Where's that?
Oh my God! It's in Birmingham.
So,
Okay.
at the end, right at the
Don't think I've ever
end, Jenna
been.
has just won.
Won by default.
Yeah.
5 points to 2, and yeah, thank you for listening. We will leave you in the capable hands of Warwick and of the station's auto music bot, Sue. Join us back next week at Wednesday 4 p.m. because in my competence I was not able to get times or slots in the same time slot each week. Thank you for listening and see you next week.